Hey YouTube, this is Warriors Assassins 1-1. Today I'm going to show you a quick way and efficient way to modify a scope for any Nerf gun or any gun in particular using a toilet paper tube, thread, scissors, a knife which is only used for about 10 seconds, and tape, your most key component. So let's begin. To begin, you will need these 4 objects: the thread, toilet paper tube, a knife, and the scissors to the right. By doing this, we're going to break this down to step-by-step instructions, and what you're going to need is the thread and the scissors for the first step. I've already did this step for you guys, so what you need is 2 really fine cut pieces of thread that can have a little extra to fit over the toilet paper tube enough so you can tape one end to the other. So it should be kind of like this. So the thread should go over it and you should have extra left. Okay, for this step you're going to set the thread aside because now we have to do basically a lineup. So you're going to need this and the knife that you had. You don't, because what you're going to do is that you're going to cut one end ever so even and the other end ever so even. So that way it kind of looks like a crosshair, so it can go like this, and it should be able to go sideways too. But it needs to be really precise. So I'm going to do that for you, and then we'll continue to the next step. Now that you have it in a cut position, so as you look close, you can see the places where I did cut it and where I didn't. It's because we need it to be able to go vertical and horizontal with precise accuracy, so it can fit on any gun, Nerf gun. For this next step, you're going to need the thread that you set aside, any kind of tape, but this is the cheapest you could probably get it at, and the toilet paper tube that you cut. What you're going to do is you're going to take one of the strings and find the vertical place where you cut it, or horizontal, doesn't matter, because in the end it's going to be the same. And when you get that going, you should be able to see a line where I cut it, and then do that with the other one. And what you're going to do is that you're not going to have this much extra, but this much, you're going to tape that with that, so the crosshair can be the same. So I'm going to do that for you guys vertically and horizontally, and we'll get back to the next step. This is about what your final product will look like. As you can see, I was able to tape all of the sides, so the thread wouldn't be loose in the front, it would be rather tight, so the thread is more leaning to the front, as you can see, other than being loose. And yeah, this is how you make a Nerf scope. Once you have the scope all finished, you're going to need the tape again, the scope of course, or any Airsoft or Nerf gun, because this is actually my first time testing it out with an Airsoft gun. So by the way, this is a C658 as whatever call it, and yeah. The reason why we are gonna add more tape to it is that we need to have it to go enough around the scope as well as to lock onto the gun. So it's technically an attachment if you classify it correctly. So I'm gonna do that for you and show you the example. Okay everyone, I decided to put on my Airsoft gun, and I lined up the iron sight with the thread so it can be accurate when aimed down. Subscribe.